Good morning. Good afternoon, actually. And hey, it's a beautiful sunny day in the secret location in Nipton, California. Not that I told you. Uh, but you know, I've been here for a while, and many of you have been following that, and you know. But what I haven't had a chance to do yet is to hike across the desert to those mountains. I'm not exactly sure how far they are. It looks like, you know, about 10 kilometers maybe. An hour or two's walking. I don't know how far up the mountains I'll make it today because I'm getting started kind of late, you know, because it's in the afternoon now. But I will for sure get to the base of the mountains, and I'm going to shoot some video and some stills as I go and see what kind of an adventure I have. Yesterday, not yesterday, 2 days ago when I was out here, there were a couple of white herons in the top of these trees, which is really strange because there's no bodies of water anywhere near here. But anyway, so for the hike, if you're wondering, you know, can Daniel survive in the desert? Well, I got a jug of water, so we'll put that in my backpack. Do that right now. And should I make it to the top of the hill, I have my 10 to 20 millimeter lens. That'll be amazing for panoramics. I'm probably not going to use this one on the walk, so I'm going to put that in my bag. And in case it's way further than I thought, I have a flashlight. Find my way back. That in my bag. And then I'm going to take a couple of cameras with me today. Partially because I think that mostly I'm going to want to shoot some telephoto stuff. Probably most of what I'm going to do, at least on the walk, will be telephoto stuff. I could be wrong, right? I could be wrong. And sometimes I am. And when I am wrong, one of the things I hate doing is switching out lenses all the time. So I am going to actually carry two cameras with me today. I'm going to do it on my little strap here because it's just so much easier. Today's primary camera will be my Canon 60D, fitted with the Art Series Sigma 7200. This is a fantastic lens for you know, shooting stuff at a distance, not a huge distance, you know, but like for the, you know, if those birds had been here right now with this lens, I'd get a great shot of them, right? So that's going to be my primary lens for this walk. You know, I see I left my tripod mount on the bottom here. We don't want that on there. I'll take that off. We don't need that. We're not carrying a tripod through the desert today. But we are going to carry this camera. Well, we're going to bring it with us. We're actually not going to really carry it. We're just going to let it dangle from our body. Like that. And the second camera that I'm going to bring is my my Canon 80D fitted with my 24-105. This is the lens that I use probably 90% of the time in my regular photography life, shooting glamour nudes and art nudes. This is kind of my go-to lens. Lots of people don't like this lens, but it's definitely served me well. I don't know if it's going to be the lens to use today up on this hike, but you know what? It's way easier just to carry two cameras like this than to go, ah, shit, I could have like used that other lens, right? And on your backpack, you have to dig it out, the shot's gone by the time you get it. But anyway, so that's how it goes. So now I'm loaded with two cameras on my quick draw strap. This is amazing, by the way, if you're into doing shoots where you need two lenses all the time. If you got two camera bodies, this is the way to go. This is way ahead of that game. Anyway, we'll tie up the bag here. Throw that on the back. And if you're catching this on Facebook, this is probably all you're going to see, but the whole video, it'll be on my YouTube. So follow the link, subscribe if you're already there on YouTube watching this, see what else this crazy photographer gets into, besides, you know, naked life, naked women in my life. That's common, whatever. This stuff's kind of interesting too, so maybe you want both. I'm through it now, but I got to the back gate of the property and realized I didn't bring a spare battery, like for the cameras. Can you imagine getting all the way to the top of that mountain and go, oh my god, look at that picture, and the batteries in both cameras are dead? It's no good. Anyway, I went back to the house, got another battery, and here we go. Gates been locked behind me. Keys are safely stowed away in my backpack, and part of the way we have a bit of it's like a road. It's not really a road. But anyway, there's a little bit of this, not too much, and then, you know, quarter of a kilometer up ahead here. Then I'm actually in the desert. There's no roads. There's these little brushes that are all very sharp, dry, prickly, which is why I have my fancy boots on, my docks, and then the Joshua trees here. This unbelievable, but I think we've estimated that on this 1,100 acre ranch there is over 100,000 Joshua trees. So that's kind of amazing, really, when I think about it. But anyway, here we go. I see some little birds. Might get some pictures of those. Just saw a coyote up ahead there at the end of the road. Might get a picture of him. Cameras are ready to go. All I have to do is just grab them, take pictures. Here's the main reason the property has a fence all around it. Here's our first glimpse that we might get to see some wild burros out here. Anyway, that's why the fence up is actually to keep the burros off of the inner part of the ranch. The owners are certainly more than happy to see the burros on the outer part of the ranch. Anyway, let's go see if we can get some pictures of burros. That's a big hole. That's a burro of some kind. Burro of some kind. Could be rabbits, or I'm not sure what else. Of course, could also be the residence of a viper. So we're definitely not going to stick our hands down there. Hey, here I am, about maybe halfway. Walking for maybe about an hour. Behind me, it looks like the ranch. I don't know if you can see the tall trees there, are just about as far away from me as the base of the mountains, not the mountains themselves, but the base of them. So that's about an hour weaving through the desert. Now time for this stuff, because it's hot out here. We're in the 30s for sure today. Yep, definitely not making it to the mountains today. An hour ago, I thought it was halfway between the ranch and the mountains, but now, an hour later, I still look like I'm halfway between the ranch and the mountains, which means the mountains are much bigger than I thought they were and much further away, and it is really hot out here. So I think we're going to call it an afternoon and drink the rest of my water on the way back to the ranch, and we'll see what we can see on the way back. Okay, that is a pretty magical walk. No big animals today. I'm not really surprised. I mean, it's so hot. It's got to be in the high 30s today. 3 hours of this, I'm done. But we got to see a pair of eagles. I got some shots of that. We'll see how they turned out. Maybe I'll put a slideshow at the end of the video if they did. And lots of reptiles, mostly lizards, of course. Fast. Holy cow, those guys are fast. May have gotten pictures of a couple, but most of the ones I saw today, they were way too fast. Anyway, back now safely at the ranch. Gonna go through the gate, over to the house, unload my gear, today might be a good day to get in the pool and just kind of go, oof, hot day. Anyway, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube if you're interested in these little stories. Some are more interesting than others too, I suspect, but that's the life of a middle-aged hippie photographer.